Okay, here we have a continuation of 2JZ GTE throttle body issues. It started with, since I did the swap and I got everything running, anything over sudden throttle, anytime I'd hit sudden throttle, either from a red light, punch it to the floor, or cruising at 50 miles an hour and I punch it to accelerate very quickly, it would go into limp mode. Check engine light comes on, idle would lock out, throttle would lock out, I had to pull over, shut off, start it back up, engine light off, car drive fine. Took my throttle body apart, like in the first YouTube video, and discovered the clutch was noisy, and I suspected a failure of the clutch. So I put a brand new OEM part in it, and it did not fix it. After that test drive, it did limp mode again, so I came back, and I had a spare GS430 throttle position sensor sitting around, so I thought I'd try that next. So I installed it, adjusted it correctly at 14.8% with the key on, engine off, like the service manual calls for. Took it for a drive, no more limp mode. Drove the shit out of it, never acted up. However, I had a new problem come up: high idle. I thought it was because I cleaned the throttle position sensor. I cleaned the throttle body, and I tried everything I could to get the car to relearn the idle. I disconnected the battery overnight. I touched the battery cables together to try and deplete the capacitors. Did the throttle reset where you turn the key on, hold the pedal to the floor, turn the key off, all that crap. So now here I am taking it back apart to see what's going on, and I decided to test the resistance of the throttle position sensors. Here is the original throttle position sensor that came with the Aristo that was causing me limp mode issues. Part number 89452 30150. Same throttle position sensor for the 2JZ GTE, the Lexus GS300, the Lexus GS430. So this is the one I took off that was giving me limp mode issues, and here is my GS430 one, part number 89452 30150. And here's where see, I got my wires hooked up. Right now at rest, you can see this in the video. Right now at rest, so if it was almost at idle position, the ohms resistance is 1,450. And then I start increasing, and I'm assuming it doesn't start dropping because it's at the idle position, because this circuit has a idle switch in it. Now it starts decreasing. So anyways, without getting into too much, I'm going to go wide open throttle. Wide open throttle. Got 500, a little less than 500 ohms. Idle, 1,470. Now, I'm going to remove these wires from terminals 1 and 2. I can't see them. Numbers 1 and 2. I'm now going to take the GS430 one, the original Aristo one, now look where it's at. 1.78. Earlier it was 1.45. So what that means is there is a different amount of current flowing through this and going back to the engine computer that is telling the car that you need to idle at a certain point. So I'm going to slowly increase. Same thing, got a little bit of an idle switch there, and now it starts decreasing. And I sweep it all the way. I go full throttle, 0.55. So that's a higher reading. So 0.543, let off, 1.77. Now let's do that again. I'm going to swap it over. Take the GS431 with the white dots I marked, hook the pins up. Damn. Come on, bitch. There we go. Look at that, 1.45. Same part numbers, exact same throttle position sensors, same number of terminals. 1.45. Full throttle, 0.47. The other one was like 0.55 if I recall. So, and also same thing here. Let's jump over to the terminals 1 and 3. 3 of the GS431, I'm reading 1.29 at idle. 1.3. Now let's do terminals 1 and 3 on the Aristo one. And what are we reading? 1.58. A higher number. So that would explain why I'm getting high idle. So I'm going to get a brand new Toyota Ason 1 and right off the bat check to see what its idle resistance is. But this should resolve it. So full throttle, 130 ohms. Let up, swap it over. Go full throttle. 130. 129. Go up. Sweep it. And you're going to see the glitch in here too, I believe. Is this the... No, this is the GS431. I'll show you the glitch that I believe was causing my limp mode issues. Original Aristo throttle position sensor. Start sweeping. Less than 1,000 ohms. 600. Now, did you see that? I'm at about half throttle right now. I'm at 382. I'm going to continue going full throttle. And jumping all over the place. I'm now at 347. I'm going to continue going full throttle. 154. It just jumps drastically. Still going full throttle. See, the number's increasing. The numbers are increasing even though I'm turning the throttle position sensor, decreasing the resistance. The numbers are increasing and actually holding steady. So what happened? And once, see that glitch? See that glitch right there? Let me go back. Let me show you so you can actually see. So let's go. Get it down. I'm accelerating right now. Now those numbers are supposed to be steady decreasing. Now I'm going to hold it right there. 1.23, 1.36. The numbers are increasing even though they're supposed to be decreasing. So there's glitches in the little resistance wire in there. So I'm going to continue increasing the throttle. The number is literally increasing. Now it's gone to 150. It's supposed to be going down. Now it's at 145, 141, 136, 125, 132, 115. I'm sure you can see it. 124, 125, 157. There you go. The computer sees that and shits itself and goes into limp mode. Limp mode throttle position sensor. That is all.